ayah number 7 to 15. Ayah number 7 to 15 deals with this thing. Okay, so those who are given their book. So what is this book? You know, don't you see it upstairs? Ya ayyuhal insan innaka kadihun ila rabbika kadhan. Human beings were working very hard, very, toiling, striving very much, very painfully, okay? They were doing something, okay? They were doing something to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they were taking some actions for the presence of Allah. When they will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then they will show it. This is what I have brought. Okay? Okay? So this is what ayah number 6 is saying. That human beings were working so painfully, striving so hard to present something to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. So what they are taking to for that day to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and what will be the result. So this is given from 7 to 15. So ayah number 7 says that so far as those persons are concerned who receive their book in their right hand, it means these are the persons who are doing good deeds, and they were really preparing for the meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So their account will be very easy. What is the meaning of easy account? Easy account means that Allah will forgive their shortcomings, Allah will not cross-question them, and will reward them, and everything, the accountability to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be. وَيَنْقَلِبُ إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِ مَسْرُورًا. Number 9. And he will return toward his people. So his people, apparently his people means family, but these are really the people of his party. Maybe he was a good human being and working with other good people, maybe doing some things to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to help the needy people. So all this. So 7, 8, 9. Very briefly, those persons who are working very hard to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and doing good deeds. These are the believers who did good deeds. Okay. Now come to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So who are these people? These are the people who were really working very hard not to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they were working very hard for this life. And they really believe, we will never come back. When we are done, when we die, then we are gone. So this is given over here. So start from ayah number 10. So far as that person is concerned, whose book is given to him from his back. So not in a respectful manner, but like a criminal. So that's given. So he's treated like a real criminal. He is a criminal. So what happened? He will be so much afraid of the punishment, and he will meet such a bad punishment, such an evil punishment, that he will prefer dying. So he will invite death. Oh Allah, anyhow I die. He will try to kill himself. Safa yadu subura. He will call the death. Okay? Vayasla sa'ira. And he will roast in the head. And this is the same person that in this worldly life he was very happy. Ayah number 13. Okay? So the difference is this, that in ayah number 9, which discusses good human beings, this person maybe was having a very painful life, having so many difficulties, so many problems, but on the day of judgment, he will be very happy. He will return to his people in a very pleasant way. Everyone will be happy, he will be happy, and his people, that is all the good people with whom he used to move, they will be very happy. And this person in 13 who was actually very happy in this life. إِنَّهُ كَانَ فِي أَهْلِهِ مَسْرُورًا. Among his people he was very happy. But إِنَّهُ ظَنَّ أَلَّنْ يَهُورَ. He used to think, you may say maybe he was sure, there is no coming back. When you are done, when you die, you are done. إِنَّهُ ظَنَّ أَلَّنْ يَهُورَ. بَلَا إِنَّ رَبَّهُ كَانَ بِهِ بَصِيرًا. Allah was watching everything. He was a criminal. He was never doing his duty. He did not believe in one Allah. He gave the status, this status of he was servant of other people. Okay? So, this 50. Okay. So, this is the first part. The first part presents that day of judgment is going to come when the heaven will be opened for the day of judgment, and earth will be prepared for the people to be accountable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this will happen. How the conclusion goes? The conclusion goes from 16 to 24. This is 24? No. From 16 to 25. This is the concluding remark. The concluding remark brings a very important word, shafaq. So, what is shafaq? Shafaq is a line of demarcation. Shafaq is the red color, okay? Red, beautiful color, something like this. So, this is a line of demarcation between day and night. So what happens? Day starts, and then more day, till the day is finished. And then night is coming. Day is over. Day reaches its highest point, and then the night time comes. So this line which is there is shafaq. Then night comes, and more night, and at the end, more night comes, and then at the end, again shafaq comes, and you have the day. So this thing is explained over here. Just see it here. Ayah number 15, है ना? 15 or 16? 15, yeah. Fala uqsimu bishafaq. I swear by shafaq. Okay? Wallayli wama wasaq. So what happens? So I swear by night. Wama wasaq. So what happens? Night comes, and then more night, and then till it's the midnight. The similar kind of thing is this, that Wadduha wal-layl iza saja. So Sada also refers to the same situation. The darkest part of the night is over there. فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِالشَّفَقِ وَاللَّيْلِ وَمَا وَسَقَ وَالْقَمَرِ إِذَا اتَّسَقَ. Ayah number 18 speaks of the qamar, of the moon. Interesting thing is that even in the night there is some arrangement for light, and that arrangement comes from the qamar. But qamar is like qamar, that is the moon. So you have the crescent, then you have bigger crescent, bigger, and then you have the full moon. Izat tasaq. So this is giving the situation with ittasaq. So and then 19 explains the same point. Latarkabunna tabaqan an tabaq. You drive step by step. There is more light, or maybe going down and down and down and down. So the thing is that it's pointing out that some people are making real moral and spiritual progress, and some people are going from bad to worse, like this. So latarkabunna tabaqan an tabaq. Okay. So here, in fact, the starting point is iman. If you want to go to the straight path, the first demand from you is this, that become Allah's loyal servant and say that I will not worship anyone other than Allah, I am servant of God and God alone. You make a tawbah that you are not servant of anyone. No one has that status for you, Lord. You do not believe in the lordship of any human being or anything. You are just Allah's servant. So this is the starting point. So ayah number 20 says, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why don't you believe? And then ayah number 21 reminds of the thing that believing, where does believing lead us? We make sajda, bow down to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, put our head on ground. So that is what you are supposed to do. Believing and then making, prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the thing. So here you can also see here tawak and tawak. You can also see here step by step. You first believe and then you make sajda. And then the other situation here is in 22. Here also there is tawak and tawak. There is step by step. What happened? Certain people did kufr and then they not do kufr, they did takzeeb. Kufr means saying to the truth that I disbelieve you. Disbelieving. That is saying, no, it's wrong. You don't believe. And takzeeb is going even further. You say, it's a lie. You stand in a position of, you abuse it. You stand in a position to it. So one step was this, that you believe and you make sajda. Another situation is this, that you reject and you say it is all lie. And then what do you do? Then you have more and more and more of sin, more and more and more. So this is used here, yu'un. Wallahu a'lamu bima yu'un. Allah knows very well what you are accumulating, what you are putting in your account as sins. فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. So these people are going from bad to worse, accumulating more and more sins. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. So illa means, however, illa, this is not the exception, that however the situation of those people who believe and who did good virtuous actions, their situation is different. Give them good news, give them the good news that they will have a reward which will never be finished. Ongoing, continuing reward, more and more. So this is here, I want to go to the surah number 85. However, I can have a couple of minutes. If you have any question or any clarification, I will quickly do it and then I will go read. So, because I want to start the new surah today, inshallah. So, is there any question, any review or anything you want to say very briefly? Brother, who are the other persons who came? Can you introduce to me? Because I am unable to see. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Okay, MashaAllah. Okay. So everyone is free to ask questions or to review or to say something. So we were reviewing the last term's study, which was the study of Surah 84. And now we want to go to Surah 85. However, if any brother wants to say something concerning Surah 84, you are welcome. You have to give the sign and then Brother Ahmad Ansari will let you speak. Nusba, you want to say something?
I wanted to...
Okay, if there is nothing, then I will go to the next surah.
I want, Dr. Khan, I want to ask about the shafaq. You had said that...
Speak loudly. Brother Khalifa is saying something, but he's too low. Brother, speak, shout as much as possible.
Yeah, I was... you said something very interesting about the shafaq. We talked about it before, about it being like the redness.
How you translate shafaq?
Here it translates as sunset. That's how it's translated here, sunset.
No, shafaq is not sunset. Shafaq is at the time of sunset.
Yes, right.
And it is also at the time of sunrise.
Sunrise too, yes. And
Yeah. How do they translate? What is the translation? Can you read the translation?
15. Ayat
Can
15.
you read the
Ayat 15.
ayah number? What is the ayah number?
18. No, wait a minute.
16.
15.
Yeah. Can you read ayah number 16 loudly?
16, yeah.
Yeah.
85?
84.
84? I thought we were on 85. 16, okay.
But that's your responsibility. You are disturbing the class. Yeah.
So I do call to witness the ruddy glow of sunset. The ruddy glow of sunset.
No, wrong. Not only of sunset, it could be of sunrise too. Yes, brother, can you read your translation?
What,
18.
18,
84. 8.
and by the moon, let me see.
No. To be able to appreciate my class, you have to study it before it, and you have to have the right thing before your eyes. And I request that Brother Khalifa should take the responsibility of it, as I requested. Okay? Okay, so let me go to the next surah. Brother, can you move it to the surah number? Yeah, Surah Buruj. So now I am at surah number 85.
Okay.
Okay. So in order to appreciate surah number 85, you have to, as I requested, that my green book gives the outline of the surah. So I think this will help you very much in the preparation of it. And anyway, let me go through it very quickly. Inshallah. So ayah number 1 to 7. No, not 1 to 7. Let us see ayah number 1 to
5.
ayah number 1 to 9. Okay? Ayah number 1 to 9 has two parts. One part is the qasam, the swearing. Another part is what this swearing proves. When you want to make a statement, then you say, by God, this is the case. Or I swear that this is the case. So, in order to say something with great emphasis, you do the swearing. You have an oath. You say, I take an oath, I call to witness, and then that this is the case. So this is here. So from 1 to 9 is saying, surah number, these ayahs from 1 to 9, they are saying that they tell a story. You will see that at the end there is a story. The story is this, that there are some people whose crime is, according to the majority, their crime is that they believe in one Allah. People around them, they want them not to believe in one Allah, but maybe say that Allah has a son or something, want to commit some shirk. So they people refuse, they say no, we believe in one Allah, we will not worship anyone else and only one Allah should worship. So what happens that the people or the dominant authority, they put them into fire. They dig trenches and they put them into the trenches. Okay? So that's the story. Now, first part of the story says that if you think that this universe is, in this universe, there's law of the jungle and you can do anything, then you are mistaken. If you think that the believers were put to fire, they were defeated and their situation was bad, and these people who burned them, they were successful, they were victorious, they were, they were great people, then you are wrong. It says that, look, this whole universe is very well guarded. So this purpose is achieved through qasam. What is the qasam? Let's see. Qasam or swearing. So what that qasam is, come to the ayah number 1. What does the first ayah say? I swear by heaven who has buruj. So what is buruj? So you know there is a tradition that in fort, like a palace or like a fort, there are places for the guards, for the people who sit over there with guns, for the people who have, all the armory, to protect the fort. There are, all the arrangements, artillery or something like this. So, was-samai zatil buruj, the heaven has buruj. The heaven has full arrangement for the protection. Something is wrong with it? No. The heaven has the whole arrangement. The heaven has buruj. The heaven is like a fort which has buruj. That is, which has the places where the guards sit. And it is not the case that any thief can come or anyone can come and create some problem. No. There is good arrangement for the security in the heaven. Wal yawmil ma'ud, and I swear by the day which is promised. That is, a day is going to come which has been promised. Wal yawmil ma'ud, that is the day of the judgment, the promised day. Wa shahidin wa mashhud, ayah number 3. So shahid and mashhud. So what is shahid? Shahid is the person who stands as witness, and mashhud, whatever is witnessed. So these ayats say that it is. I don't know how to do it, Qutila ashabul ukhdud. So the point is this, that the people of the trenches, they are cursed. Okay, so let us see these ayats from 1 to 9. So the point in from ayat 1 to 9 is this. I think let us focus only on this part. Let us not see the whole thing. We go inshallah later over there. So let us focus. Let us start one by one, because I was thinking I give you the whole picture, but I understand that our people are not fully prepared for that. So let me go. So ayah number 1 is everyone is to everyone the ayah number 1 is clear. You understand? Was-samai zatil buruj. But Abdullah, what do you understand by it? Was-samai zatil buruj. I swear by heaven which has buruj.
The sky, you got.
So, yeah, what does it say?
The sky, you got stars and galaxies that travel. stars that traveled years.
So first of all, you should understand what the concept of buruj or burj. Do not think, ayah number 1 is saying that do not think that there is a law of Jangar operating throughout the universe. Do not think that you can do anything and nothing will happen. The heaven is very well protected. The heaven is like a fort which is very well protected. Okay? It has places, it has cells where there are guards sitting with all, all weapons. So those, if anyone attacks, they will take care of it. So heaven is very well protected place. That's the way I understand number 1. And there are other, I think, that due to the failure of the understanding of the meaning of buruj, there is a lot of confusion. Because the concept of buruj, original concept of the buruj is the same which I said here. This is the original concept of the buruj. But in astronomy and mainly in astrology, the buruj have been used in a different way about the stars. So it has created a lot of confusion. So if you want to discuss, we can go there, or you can bring an alternative interpretation. But my interpretation is very simple and very clear. Ayah number 1 is saying, do not think that it is a law of Jangar. You can commit any crime, you can do rape, you can kill, you can kill the children, you can do anything, and nothing will happen. No, it's not the case. Okay? This is well protected. Allah is giving you the chance, but He will take action. Wal yawmil ma'ud. So, wal yawmil ma'ud, I swear by the day which has been promised. I have promised human beings that there will be a day of judgment when the people will be called to account. Everyone will come and account, and then the people will be punished. So right now I have given them some freedom, but this freedom does not mean. Eh? Yeah, he will tell you. So this freedom does not mean that I will let you go. I'm just giving you time, the time of punishment, the time of accountability, when you will stand before Allah to give the account. It's coming. Wal yawmil ma'ud. So I swear by the day which has been promised. A day has been promised, a day has been appointed for the accountability. Okay?
Yeah, Dr. Khan.
And in the same direction, ayah number 3 moves. Wa shahidim wa mashhud. I swear by the shahid. Shahid means observer, or the person who stands witness. Wa shahidim wa mashhud. And mashhud, whatever is witnessed. So on the day of judgment, witnesses will be presented, and they will give the witness that what injustice was done, what tyranny was done, how the people were victimized, how the people were, innocent people were put into fire. All this will be there. This thing. So from ayah number 1, 2, 3, ayah number 1, 2, 3 proves number 4. Qutila ashabul ukhdud. Who is cursed? Who is failed? The people who are victimizing these people, they are not the happy people. They are not ultimately successful people. They are not the people who are victorious. These are the people who are cursed. They are going to face a very bad result. They will be put into hell. On the other hand, the people who are victimized, they will be put into paradise. They will enter into paradise. So this Qutila ashabul ukhdud. So ayah number 1, 2, 3, Qasam, it presents the evidence, and 4 brings the result. Yes, brother.
It's-
Brother Khalifa has some comment or question. Yes, brother, what is the comment or question?
Well, it seems, at the first glance, it seems like these three ayats are kind of disconnected. They don't really connect. But what does connect them is all three of them are qasam. You know, all three of them are, I'm talking about ayat
There
one,
is one qasam in number 1.
right?
There is another qasam in
And
number 2.
Yes,
And there are 2 more qasam
right,
put together in number 3.
right.
And I request you to please see what in my green book.
Mhm.
If you go through it, then it will, and then you can differ from it. If you differ, then fine.
Mm.
I'm sorry I did not answer your earlier question, but the reason was this, that I wanted to proceed to come to this study. Okay,
Okay.
anyway. Qutila ashabul ukhdud. But number 4 is continued up to number 5. So ashabul ukhdud, the companions of the trenches, the people who have digged the trenches, and annar zatil waqud. These trenches were trenches of fire. And zatil waqud. So these trenches were the trenches of fire, or these trenches were fire. Zatil waqud. And then they had fuel. Zatil, that is, fuel was added to it again. So the trenches of fire were in fact trenches of fuel. That is, again and again some fuel was added to them. So people were being thrown into it, and they were putting more fuel into it, like you put petroleum, like you put gas, or
Oil.
maybe putting more wood into it to burn. Okay. Again and again they were adding food. Okay. And then ayah number 6, izhum alayha qu'ud. So this is, do you know what the meaning of is? Is means think of that time. Is it different from iza? When there is iza, then this brings the concept of the shart. There is a condition, and then the antecedent and consequent. But when there is, then we are bringing something to the memory, to the imagination. Think of that time when they were sitting around these trenches. So there were some people who were enjoying seeing people being burned in the trenches. Some people were bringing more and more fuel. Some people were bringing the believers and throwing them into the fire, and quite a few of them, large number, sitting around the trenches and seeing people being burned in the fire. Izhum alayha ud. Wahum ala ma yaf'aluna bil mu'minina shuhud. And they were shuhud. Shuhud means witness. They were witnessing, or they were the observers of what they were doing with the believers. So they were seeing how some people are throwing believers into the fire and burning them. They enjoyed it. They were very happy with the scene, and they were seeing it, observing it like this. Okay? So 7. And why they were doing it? Number 8 explains that the only reason, what was the crime? The only crime of these people was وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ. The only crime was that they believed in one Allah. Who is this Allah? Al-Aziz. Al-Aziz means Almighty. Al-Hamid, praiseworthy. So Allah, who is Almighty. So this Almighty thinks that how foolish they were. They did not see that they are burning the friends of Almighty God. And this Almighty God is not a tyrant, is not a merciless, He is very, very praiseworthy. So praiseworthy Allah and Almighty Allah, their friends were being burned and he was watching it. Okay? وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ. The crime of these people was that they refused to disbelieve in Allah. They said, we are servant of Allah, we do not believe that there is any other Lord than God. Only the Lordship of Allah, only one, only there is only one Allah, only one God. We cannot give the same status, same importance to anyone else. وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ. So this was, their only crime was this. These people were not torturing them for any reason other than believing in one Allah, who is Al-Aziz and Al-Hamid. Al-Aziz lahu mulku samawati wal ard. And who is this Allah? This Allah, to this Allah belongs the kingdom of the heaven and the earth. He is the king, he is the ruler. Wallahu ala kulli shayin shaheed. And Allah is shaheed, witness. Allah was watching all these things. So, in my green book, I have divided it into two parts, but in fact, from 1 to 9 is one thing. This brings the real thing, the real story with the comment. So this brings here. So this is 1 to 9. Okay. Now, if you have understood from 1 to 9, then you can come to, and you can understand very easily ayah number 10 and 11. Ayah number 10 and 11, they describe the law, the universal law, which is related with this kind of situation. When some people will innocent believers, because there are certain persons who refuse to submit to false gods, who refuse to disbelieve, and you punish them, then what will be the result? The result will be number 10, number 11. Those people who are torturing the believers, they will be put into fire of hell. So this is the point which is there in number 10. Don't think that they have succeeded or they can run away from the punishment. No. So fitna means persecution. So the people who are persecuting the believers in this situation, and so they have the punishment of hell. But the ayah says that okay, if you realize your mistake, the way Allah is reminding you, and make a tawbah and correct yourself before your chance is gone, before you die. So maybe. So this goes to those persecutors, those persons who are torturing the Muslims right now. So when the Quranic surah came, or maybe even today, if some believers are being tortured, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, look, if you make tawbah, if you stop torturing them, if you come back to Allah, seek Allah's forgiveness, and promise that you will never do it again, then I can forgive you. And if you will not do it, then you will have the fire of hell. So this is ayah number 10. On the other hand, those who believe and those who did good deeds, they will have the gardens. They will have the Jannat Tadri min tahtiha al-anhar, beneath which flow the rivers. Zalikal Fawzul Kabir. This is great achievement. So these people will be successful. Yes. Go ahead. No. What, say it again. What are the differences concerned about? Because I cannot. It's not easy for me to read it. This one is. So many different terms are used there for witness. Grammatically, they are different from each other. Like shaheed has the intensity. Can you please explain these differences here? Okay. I think Nusba has raised a very good question. The thing is this, that there is the word shuhud. This sheen, he, da. So in ayah number 7 you have shuhud. وَهُمْ عَلَى مَا يَفْعَلُونَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ شُهُودٌ. So shuhud comes here. I think it's a good question, and it's related with the meaning of the words. So shuhud is the plural of
Shaheed.
shaheed or shahid. So they whatever they were doing with the mu'mineen, they were themselves watching it. So apparently what it's saying is this, that they were observing it. Okay, so shuhud here is apparently being used for observation. Okay, and then alladhi lahu mulku samawati wal ard wallahu ala kulli shay'in shaheed. So here the word shaheed is used in ayah number 9. And what is the third occurrence? Will that see? Yeah. It was shahidim wa mashhud. I think the most important use is this. In ayah number 3, shahid and mashhud. So shahid is the witness which is presented on the day of judgment, and mashhud, whatever is presented or whoever is presented concerning who the witness is given. So this is mashhud. This shahid is fa'il, the agent, that is the person who stands as witness, and mashhud is whatever is witnessed or whoever is witnessed. So this, so I think it's a very good question, and you can maybe this. You have any point? You have to say anything, Nusba? You can want to speak out or explain. Shaheed is, in Arabic, there are these two structures. Shaheed has permanence in it. Shaheed is someone who has the quality of giving a witness. Okay? That is, it is a permanent quality. You are kind of a person who stands up for the truth. Okay? Okay? Fa'il. Okay? So, shaheed, when someone is shaheed, so really he has something inside him. He shares that quality which is required to stand up for truth. This is shaheed. And shahid is the person who stands up and does the witness. So, I need a witness. Okay, so you bring a witness and that witness gives this. So this is shahid. And shaheed is really the person who is kind of the person who will stand for the witness. So that's kind. So this is word. So shaheed. This is technically this is called shahid is called isme fa'il. That is anyone who does something. That is a person goes and kills someone. A person goes and helps someone. So thereby he is this kind of person, that he did it or he does it. Okay? But when you use the word shaheed, then you are referring to some internal quality in this person. Something which he always has, the kind of a person he is. So that kind of thing is there. Okay? So I think it's very good because the word shaheed, shahid, shuhud, mashhud, this is very important in this surah. So, and I think it's there because something is happening. In fact, what is happening is this, that these people who are burning the believers alive, they think no one is seeing it. No, Allah is seeing it. And on the day of judgment, people will be presented to witness. Witnesses will be given over on that day. This event is being well watched, witnessed on the day of judgment. So from the point of the surah, the word shahid, shaheed, mashhud are important words because the people are thinking that we are doing all this and no one is seeing. I mean to say Allah is not seeing, or no, on the day of judgment no one will be presenting this case. So they blindly think like that. That's the kind of the thing. This seems to me to the case. And I request everyone that when you prepare, oh, time is gone. When you prepare for this second round of the discussion, then please study, give full emphasis to this word shaheed. Okay, anyway. So, ayah number 10 and ayah number 11, they are stating a law. Ayah number 10, ayah number 11 is stating the law connected. Who is successful? Ultimately, these people will be in hell forever and forever. They will burn. And ultimately, the believers will be in gardens. They had some pain for some small time, otherwise they will ever live. Zalikal Fawzul Kabir. They have really achieved the real success. They are really happy people. They have achieved the salvation. So 10 and 11. So after this comes Inna baksha rabbika lashadid innahu huwa yubda wa yu'id wa huwa al-ghafurul wadud zul arshil majid fa'al lima yurid hal ataka hadithul junud fir'aun wa samud balil ladina kafaru وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فِي تَكْذِيبٍ وَاللَّهُ مِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ مُحِيطٌ. So this is really the concluding part, the last part. It says that look, if Allah is not catching you, not punishing you, it does not mean that Allah will let you go. When Allah will catch you, then He will severely punish you. And ayah number 13, this was 12, 13 is saying, He will punish you in this life, and He will punish you in the next life. The way He created you right now, He will recreate you. He will create you again after your death, and then it will be eternity. Okay? And so, this is the negative side. 12, 13, presenting the, by way of warning, the negative side. And then 14, 15, 16, presenting the positive side. Allah is very, very forgiving. Allah is very, very loving. Allah loves these believers. Allah will forgive their sins. Allah is the real ruler of the whole universe. And whatever He wants, He does it. Okay? And then 17, 18, 19, they say that this has been happening. This is not one story, there are so many stories there. I'm finishing. So I'm just finishing it, and then I'm sorry for going beyond my time. Bal huwa Quranun Majid. The way the conclusion comes is this. So 20 says that Allah's armies are already around you. Allah can punish you anytime. Anytime action can be taken. Just as like this, someone is with the atom bombs, and then immediately they can remove. So Allah can clearly punish you. Learn the lesson from the story of Fir'aun, Samud, and all this. So the last ayat says that the real thing is the Quran. And all this movement is directed against Quran. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you want to destroy Quran, you want to do away with the Quranic movement, it's totally impossible. Quran is well protected. So, it was saying that you cannot be like a law of jungle, but here it says that Quran is very well protected, no one can take it away, Quran will be ultimately successful. So that's the thing. So thank you very much for your time, and we make dua that Allah helps us in understanding it better. I'm sorry for taking more time, but I was seeing clearly that we were not fully prepared for it. Anyway, inshallah, in the second round of the study, I hope everyone will come with full preparation of see the structure. The structure which I have given in my green book, it's more detailed. Here I made into 3 parts, but that structure make it into 5 parts. Because the first, what was introduction is divided into 2 parts, and the last one is divided into 2 parts, so you can see it. So, inshallah, we can have a good discussion next time when you come fully prepared. So, obviously I've gone beyond my time, but if you have some question, then quickly I can discuss it.
This,
So,
it seems like this ayat number 22, it refers all the way back to where Allah is being the shaheed, he's being the shaheed, he's witnessing all of this. And he's the one who is protecting the Lahu Mahfuz. It's Allah who's witnessing what was being done. He's also protecting the Quran also. And those who
Bal huwa Quran, brother is saying something about the protection. So, brother, whatever you are saying, people cannot listen to it, but let me repeat it. Brother is saying something about the last 2 ayat. Bal huwa Quranum Majid fi Lawhim Mahfuz. So the style of 21 is saying, Bal huwa Quranum Majid, the style is saying that you people think that by burning the people alive or by trying to crush or persecute the believers, you will be successful and the Quranic movement will die. No, Quranic movement will not die. Quran will remain alive. Quran is very well protected. Okay? Even if you burn all the Quran, so there the point is there.
it's protected, and it's protected by Allah. He protects the Quran.
It does not say it here.
Well,
But it says here, fi Lawhim Mahfuz.
yeah.
Quran is in Lawhim Mahfuz. Quran is in a, how they translate law? Tablet, hai na?
Yeah, preserved tablet.
Tablet. So Quran is in a tablet which is very well protected. So Allah is guarding it. You cannot destroy Quran. You cannot finish Quran. So I think it's symbolic. The thing is this, that you cannot do away with Quran.
Mm-mm.
I am behind it. And look, I can take action against you. I am just giving you time to make tawbah. Otherwise, my armies are around you and they can finish you. They can crush you anytime. That's the thing. So that's the thing. Okay?
Yeah. That's for real.
So if there is any question, you can quickly ask it. Otherwise, we will make dua that Allah forgive our shortcomings. Inshallah, we'll do it better. Inshallah. So you can formally discuss what was the question which I left unanswered, brother. Do you remember? Anyone?
What, 22?